Well, this is pretty cool. Get the magical card out. So we're at, well, it's saying 77%. So, well, there she is. And we're going to take pictures and get back in the car for warmth. So we found a new charger. Charge point again. And I've never had trouble with those. And they got the Chatamo and CCS. God bless them. So I got my card. You know, if they have an RFID card, get it. You pay money, either $2, $4, or $10 I've paid, and we don't have to screw around with your apps like you do with Electrify America. And we've told them to get the RFID cards, but Electrify America is Volkswagen, and they're one of the earlier coast-to-coast interstate charging things that have been around for a decade or so. And they've replaced some of their units here and there across the country. But, you know, they're an older system, even though we don't know what their mainframe or their hub looks like, where they control everything. But every time I've went to one, the apps never worked. I've had to use a credit card, and then you call just to get a little bit of money back. I pay $4 a month just to let them know a Nissan Leaf Chatamo person's still out there. And they cut down to one Chatamo out of maybe 8 connectors or 4 units. Only one of them had a Chatamo. So I guess it says 44 minutes. So they say we didn't need a charge. We're just here to test it and everything. And I'll let them go. Preston Hyundai. Says parking, so they can actually put a parking charge on there and charge you for charging. And I think I hit a parking violation at Mark Porter Ford in Pomeroy, which I was trying to hit, pretty much trying to hit 100% because the Electrify American Cambridge is down. So I've got it in my notes that I can make it between here and there without running AC or air conditioning, AC or heat. So now I would hit the charge point at Stark Community College off I-77 before I hit it down. Even if they got their Electrify America fixed, it's just that unreliable. I can't rely on it. The other choice is for me to go down to East Liverpool. They got a charge point level 2 you pay for, which might take some time. And do the Ohio River route down to Marietta. And maybe make it to Pomeroy on that charge or whatever. That would be the coolest route to do. You know, scenic and stuff anyway. So I wasn't planning on pulling in here. I guess we'll just hit every car dealer on this road and see who's up and running. There's a Honda dealer, but, you know, they're not into EVs and stuff. Neither is Toyota as of yet. So we're at 6 minutes. We got like 3 kilowatt hours. It's only 49 cents. Well, it says 1 point something kilowatts, I guess. $0.52. They took $30 out of my checking account when I used the one in North Canton a week or two ago. Probably a week ago. know, almost like Easy Pass. They took a chunk out and then you use it or whatever. I didn't use enough, so everything's already back in the account to pay for all that or whatever. I don't have to deposit anymore. Let's get more hand sanitizer. $0.57. Pretty cool. Huh. So the reason we're charging slow is that it changes throughout the power curve. And once you get to 80%, things slow down to protect the battery. And if you get down too low or whatever, it also protects the battery. So I think we're going to cut it off there. How cool is that? We found a new charger together on our travels today. That's more than I was hoping for. We just wanted to see who was up and running and everything. And like I said, the last thing we'll hit is the Nissan dealer. So see you in a second. 66 cents for 2.3 kilowatt hours. So the rate and everything will be on the app or whatever on the phone. Well, that was pretty cool. And then we get to enter that in the plug share when we get home. And that was the whole point. They're taking federal funds to add chargers first along the interstates in every state in the country, and then secondary roads, and this would be like after that or something. So the point is the group of people try to find every charger that's out there and log it in, so that way there's not we're not duplicating things with federal funds, finding every charger that's already there. So we'll go down here and hit every dealer. Seems like that was a Saturn dealer we just left. I think that's where I bought my Firebird years ago. And it was one hell of a deal for a car. It was a great car for a low price. The weather was so bad, the cars were all covered with layers of crusty snow. So, a T-top Firebird. A lot of cars like that in Ohio, the people don't drive them in the winter. They use them for pleasure and stuff. And that's what that was. Somebody did put a nice custom paint job on there. So there's a car dealer there. What is that? BMW? Huh. Yeah, we'll drive around Volkswagen. Let's see if there's any car chargers here. There are Volkswagens, and they're going to have the Buzz. I guess we could drive around both of them, cook together. And we'll see if there's car chargers. They both make electric cars. You have the BMW ID3 hybrid that runs like a 2-gallon gas tank to charge an electric battery. And we met a guy that had 180,000 on his. And I said, hey, your brakes need redone. He said, yeah, they're original brakes. It's no big deal. We don't use the brakes. The electric motor slows the car down. I said, well, it's 180,000 miles. They got grooves. Well, that's a pretty wild colored BMW there. Seems like an oil tank outside or something. Huh. Tires. Cell phone tower. Straight ahead. Not seeing any chargers. And like I said, these dealers that aren't going to go with the program are going to be phased out or bought out. There's all these companies that have invested, billions of dollars. And I think they're tired of dealing with the smog regulations, and every country's got different regulations. And the USA is probably not the worst of them. So there's all, you know, every country's got their own set of rules they got to follow. So there's no smog regulations on electric cars. And you really hardly have any moving parts. So right now they're doing the expensive cars to get their money. And then you'll be lower cost cars later on. And that's why we got this thing. Test and see where things go. Chevy truck in the midst of the Volkswagens. Not seeing anything in either company. So I didn't drive up between the buildings. Did I? No. We'll just do a U-turn. I'll show you how this thing turns. Nope. Not seeing anything like a Charger. Now that's Hermitage Nissan, which was Montrose. They had those little green Chargers, which there's one coming apart down in Dover, Ohio at the Nissan dealer. And Loudon Ford in Minerva had one, and they changed it with a Clipper Creek or something, or a new Charger that'll do two cars at the same time. So they had at least one or two of those on the back of the Nissan dealer in Hermitage. They actually had one in the garage, I saw, at least one. And then the level 2 Charger, which is just like the one in the back of the Nissan dealer here. We're going to see if that's turned on. And then we'll put everything we find in the plug share. So far we're 2 for 2. It's Subaru and Hyundai. There's absolutely no Chargers here at BMW and Volkswagen, which both make electric and hybrids. Now, I got the whole lane because the sign says right lane closed. So these guys, I don't know. I figured there was an entrance here. We might have to go back around the main road. Yeah, sure looks like it. Shoot. And there's no way behind me. Watch this. You ready? Let's see how we do. How's that for turning radius? And as amazing as it is, it's a lot more amazing when you come from a Chevy Express extended van, which is like going back and forth several times. Kia is listed on PlugShare as having one. Kia. It's not the same dealership, I guess, as Hyundai. Oh, there you go. Well, that's a new one. Well, the one that's listed on there is actually one of those green level 2s, one of those old ones and stuff. We'll just see if this works. So, if usually Kia and Hyundai are pretty much related and stuff. So there's level 2. It's got 2 ports, pretty much like the one at Subaru, but a little fancier. It's got the interface on there, which the one didn't have at all. So, and this is what I pretty much thought they had the first time I went to Subaru. So I'll plug in, be right back.